Have you ever felt like you were being asked to make a medical decision before you even understood what the real decision really meant? Maybe the doctor mentioned a feeding tube, dialysis, a ventilator, or hospice. And suddenly it felt like everything was happening too fast and you were supposed to choose right away. If that sounds familiar, you are not alone. Hi, my name is Judy A. I'm a caregiver educator and a DNP-prepared hospice and palliative care nurse practitioner. I spend a lot of my time helping families understand what is really happening medically and how to think through difficult decisions when someone they love is seriously ill. I'm also a caregiver myself. After my mom had a stroke and later started dialysis, I learned firsthand how overwhelming and emotional this decision can feel, not just as a clinician, but as a daughter. Before we go any further, I want you to know something important. My goal is to help you feel relieved, clearer, less guilty, and less alone as you try to care for the people you love. If you're feeling confused, scared, worried about getting it wrong, that doesn't mean you're failing. It means you care deeply and you're trying to make the best decision you can with the information you have. This video is for education only and does not replace medical advice from your healthcare team. Every situation is different, and your doctors and nurses know your loved one's specific condition best. What I want to help you with today is how to think about medical decisions, not what choice to make. Medical decisions feels hard for several reasons. First, they often come during a crisis. Someone gets sicker and suddenly you're asked to decide quickly. Second, the language can be confusing. Words like life support, feeding tube, dialysis can sound simple, but they carry big emotional and practical meaning. And third, these decisions are not just medical, they are emotional because they involve someone you love and your fear of losing them. So when you feel overwhelmed, it's not because you're weak, it's because the situation itself is heavy. Many caregivers think medical decisions are supposed to be logical and clear, but in real life, decisions usually happen when something changes. A treatment stops working, a new complication appears, or even the person becomes weaker and less responsive. At those moments, the medical team may offer options that are medically possible, but possible does not always mean helpful. Doctors focus on what can be done. Caregivers also have to think about what should be done based on what matters most to the person and what daily life will look like. Understanding that difference can help you feel less blindsided when these conversations happen. In general, there are three broad directions care can go. One is treatment focused care, where the goal is to cure or control the disease. Another is escalating care, where machines, procedure, or intensive treatment are added when the body is failing. And the third is comfort focused care, where the focus shifts to relieving suffering and supporting quality of life rather than prolonging at all costs. These are not moral choices, they are medical approaches. Choosing one path does not mean you love your loved one more or less. It means you're trying to match the care to what matters most in this moment. When my mom had a stroke and later needed dialysis, I remember how hard it was to separate what was medically possible from what felt right for her life. Even with my training, I still struggled emotionally because this was my mom. That experience taught me something important. Medical knowledge does not make decisions painless. It just helps you understand what the choices really mean. And that is what I want for you too. When you are facing a medical decision, here are three questions that can help you slow things down. First, I want you to ask, what is happening medically right now? Second, ask, what would my loved one say matters most to them? And third, ask, What will this decision change about their daily life? You are allowed to ask for time. You are allowed to ask for explanation in plain language. And you're allowed to say, I need help understanding this. Making a medical decision is not about finding the perfect answer. It's about doing the best you can with the information you have in a situation you did not choose. That's not failure. That is care. If you would like help organizing your thoughts before next conversation with the medical team, I created a free caregiver decision guide that walks you through these questions to ask and the things to think about. You can find the link in the description below. I also have a more in-depth caregiver decision toolkit for caregivers who want more structure, conversation scripts, and worksheet for complex decisions like feeding tubes, dialysis, and comfort care. That link is also in the description if you would like to learn more. In the next videos on this channel, I will talk more about how to understand the big picture, how to talk about goals of care, and how to have hard conversations with the medical team and with family members. If this kind of guidance will be helpful to you, I invite you to subscribe so you can come back to these conversations when you need them. You don't have to watch everything at once. You can take one step at a time. If you feel comfortable sharing, I'd love to know in the comment what kind of decision you're facing right now. Is it about dialysis, a feeding tube, hospice, medication, or even something else? Your question also helped me know what topic will be most helpful to cover next. If you are in the middle of a hard decision right now, I want you to hear this. You are not alone in this. You are not doing this because you want to. You're doing this because you love someone. And that already says a lot about you. We can take this one step at a time together.